working in municipal politics for how long?
I really got engaged at the beginning of 2013. That period for me was a very, very big eye-opener. That everybody was jockeying for power.
I don't live in this riding, but I was advised by someone who worked in government that if I wanted to see change, that perhaps I could volunteer in a riding that isn't mine.
I tried to get implicated on a municipal level. I was asked to.
Okay.
And after a few meetings, I started asking questions. And they told me, these questions are not welcome here. So I'm not in politics anymore.
We're culturally divided because of our politics. And I'm sick of people using other excuses as to why we don't communicate properly, because our leaders don't communicate properly. So how are we supposed to have a back and forth on the street if the people who are making decisions for our communities, for our businesses, for our social lives aren't communicating back and forth properly? So it's a dribble down effect of the lack of communication at the leadership level and the lack of vision for a whole society on the island of Montreal.
There have been well-known politicians recently who said the Jews take up too much space in Quebec. Come on.
I would say for people who are uninformed about the current situation, that's why I'm frustrated with media in general in Montreal. You don't have a cohesive narrative that really brings people together. In fact, it drives people apart.
Yes, we stand out because we are concentrated. Why are we concentrated in the neighborhood? We're not looking for a ghetto.
If you didn't listen to any or absorb any media in Montreal, you would be much happier living here than if you actually did.
The reason they always live together is because most of them do not drive, and they have to go to the synagogue every day. On Shabbat, nobody drives, everybody walks. So they have to live close to their religious amenities.
This is a welcoming community in the world. Montreal accepts I think over 23% of the island of Montreal was not born in Canada. But we're not a refugee hosting place. People leave the place they've always lived to move to Montreal, to Vancouver, to Toronto. And when I say those three in succession, there's something different about Montreal.
Well, since our way of life is different than run-of-the-mill Québécois, there are people within the neighborhood who are always pointing out why are they getting special treatment. When people are pointing out why can't they be like us? Well, we are not like you.
Why does it matter to you? I don't know yet, because we're not talking amongst ourselves properly. We're talking in smaller communities, and those conversations have enough in common that I feel like a conversation amongst all those people all together would generate a more rich, more diverse culture than individually kettling them and putting them into ghettos. So it's about the future. It's about what comes next after what we currently have, and I want to be part of that discussion no matter what.